guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and welcome to my craft room. Well, my crumb block curtain is basically done. Yay! Now I still have a little bit of work to do on it still. This is only the top of it. I want to go ahead and pick up a white sheet to back it. Because it's in the window and this is where the morning sun comes in, I like a little extra protection against the sun. So I'm going to put a sturdy white sheet on it because I'm hoping, being a tightly woven sheet, it won't let as much sun come through. Even though I do want the stained glass look, I think I'm still going to get that. So during the cooler months, I can get rid of, right now behind the curtain, you can see there's really light here and dark here. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a minute, but I have a sun and heat blocking curtain behind this one. Because this is Florida and we have to do what we can to block out that extra heat and sun during the summertime. But I'm going to go ahead and put a white sheet on the back of it. I'm just going to do the thing where you sew them right sides together and flip them out. And then I was thinking, just randomly put embroidery floss to tie the two pieces together. And let the ties be on the outside of the window so there'll be some color against the white sheet. Even though for most of the time no one's going to see it, and we are right on a main road and it's not like people really look in my window. But when I pull into the driveway, then I'll be able to see it. Plus, I'll know it's there and it'll make me smile. Let me go ahead and turn off this overhead light, and I'm going to pull the light blocking curtain away so we can see what this looks like with the sun coming through. I just turned off my overhead light. Now you can definitely see where the light blocking curtain is, and I still, even with that up, you can still see a decent amount of stained glass effect. I think this just kind of calms down all the random colors and makes it more like stained glass. So this is what it looks like when I take, and right here in this dark area is where I've drawn the light. You can see it all tangled up here. That's the light blocking curtain. And when you look up at the top up here, that's where I have it. I have it actually probably about 4 inches above the actual top of the window because I wanted to make sure it covers everywhere. But I really like the way this has turned out. All those different colors coming through look really nice. I was able to put the curtain rod right into the wooden header of the whole window frame, fancy words that carpenters know and such. And I'm hanging the curtains. I'm using these alligator clip type things. It's that round circle that has a little clip on it. I picked some up really cheap and they're not actually going to work very well. I don't think I'm going to have to purchase some nicer ones. They have them ones that you can hang, regular curtains from. These just seem a little bit flimsy and cheap to me. You get what you pay for, right? But I have a nice curtain rod up there, so that's good. It's dried, like I said, it's drilled right into, screwed right into the wood, so it's going to be able to hold a heavy curtain on it. Because like I said the other day, this feels like, I haven't weighed it, but it feels like it has a little bit more weight to it. It's, it doesn't feel like a whole quilt itself because, you don't have the batting or anything, but it does have a decent amount of weight to it. I'm not really worried too much, like I said, because it went right into the wood. And I did buy the drywall anchors, so if I didn't have it into the wood, it'll be fine. And they hold up to 65 pounds, so I'm not too concerned, but it's just something to take into consideration if you plan on doing something like this, whether or not you're going to have it on something sturdy enough to hold your curtain. Okay, over here are the actual curtain rods. I'm going to be hanging these up around my room. I'm actually going to use them to hold different quilts throughout my room and hang them up for decorations. That's why I can easily take the curtains down, so I can easily take the quilts off the curtain rod by using those alligator quilt clips. But I wanted you to notice, do you see over on the right hand side, well actually around the whole perimeter, these strips right here, those are actually what I used from the calculator tape. So these curtains ended up measuring about 66 inches square, and I used 22 feet of my calculator tape to border the entire curtain. So for those of you that were wondering, what can you do with that calculator tape? You can make a piano key border on a quilt. And look how much of those scraps that might have been just sitting around in my room or thrown away that I got to use. And a lot of those scraps are actually in the quilt itself or the curtain in my crumb blocks, so that it technically it all matches because the fabrics are all used interspersed in between both pieces, the inside and the out. I went ahead and I used a 2-inch wide border all the way around just to set off the calculator strips from the regular curtain. Since the crumb blocks are more of a square, well, they are a square shape, even though the insides are a bit wonky. And then the calculator tape is more rectangular and it's a border. I wanted to do that little inner border to let your eyes rest before you got to the outside. I really love this idea of having the little different blocks like this for curtains. I've seen it in the past many times before. You just kind of like randomly will see them on blog posts. And then I started a couple months ago, several weeks ago, I started following a new to me YouTube channel. She's been out for about 6-7 months. I believe it's called The Last Homely House by the Sea. I'll put a link down below in the description. And as she's talking to us in her kitchen and in her living room and sitting room and stuff, she has curtains like this. They're just regular squares that she stitched together. She said there's some type of a name for them, but I don't remember what it was. It's just fun to me. So I always had that in the back of my mind. And then once we started doing the crumb blocks and we all started talking, the idea of curtains had come up several times. I think it's just a great idea. For me in this craft room, this is my only window, and I think it's just a wonderful way to bring some color into the room and to show what type of room it is. It's my quilting room, my craft room. I love to play with scraps, so this works perfectly in my room. So this ends the series on crumb blocks unless we decide something else needs to happen or another idea comes up. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and step away from these, and I'm going to start concentrating on another type of scrap project. I haven't decided yet what it's going to be, but I'm leaning towards doing some coin blocks. I think that would be fun to work on different ways to make coin blocks or coin quilts. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me during this series. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it. I know I've had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.